Hello there, hope you're having a great day. Welcome back to another stream by me, Milo. Yes, so today what I'm going to do is play a handful of games that are, I call them homebrews. So they're made for old consoles like the NES or the Game Boy, but they're made recently. That's the hook. So they're like indie games, but using the old platforms in a direct way. Like a lot of indie games reference old games or are made to look like old games, but these ones can actually be run on old consoles. That's pretty cool. Anyway, I'm starting with one that if I'd known about it earlier, I would have played it last year when I was doing all the Ludosity games and Danielle Bunten scrap packs. So apparently in 2014, Ludosity did a little bit of a jam within their company. They made a set of games for retro-flavoured, a retro game fair in Gothenburg. That's in Sweden. They're all actual ROMs that run in emulators. One of them was Jürgen, that was made by Danielle Bunten. That is in one of the scrap packs. I didn't actually play it on stream, but there's that direct link there. And what I am playing is a NES game made by Matthias Hakulinen, who usually does programming and music, and Anton Nilsson, who is an art and graphics guy. Yep. So it's based on characters from the Ittle Dew series, and we'll talk more about that as I play, but I thought it would also be good to cover the fact that I've said several times on those previous Ludosity streams that their website was broken. It's kind of back now. At least this sort of list of games they've made is here, and they have overlays telling you when they are released and stuff, but they're not linking to anything at the moment. The only thing that links is Slap City, which has its own page there, which is nice, as well as a trailer for... Oh, okay. That was working 5 minutes ago, but yeah, on the main news... Oh, okay. All right, so news doesn't work, but the main page has a trailer for Nick All-Star Brawl. Anyway, so let's play some Tiger Jenny. It is in the other window. This one. Okay. I did have an overlay for this, but I thought it was a bit distracting. So here's like a box art that I think somebody mocked up for Tiger Jenny there. And later on I'll be playing neMULEsis by John Vanderhoef. And some other things, we'll get to those, but yeah. It's a nice little mock-up there, but I thought with the darkness of this screen it was too distracting, so I'm going to turn those off. Just have pure, clean 4-3 gameplay. Alright, ready? Let's go. Tiger Jenny. Okay. So this stars Jenny Tiger, who is one of the Jennies. There are many Jennies in the Ittle Dew series. They all look like purple-skinned humanoid ladies. And... okay, that's not a door. And they all... there's lore. There's a lot of lore in Ludosity games, in Ittle Dew. There's lore behind the Jennies. Apparently they're named after the first thing that they kill, I think. So Tiger Jenny, or Jenny Tiger rather, killed a tiger, and now she wears the tiger's skin, and she's a very kind of violent person, I guess. Or at least a capable fighter. Apparently she has a knife, and yeah. We don't know too much else about her. She was involved in the Jenny Turnip Wars of 1,000 years ago, as of the time of Ittle Dew. She was part of the army of Jenny Deer, who is one of the bosses of Ittle Dew, who survives through all those years to the modern day. But her fellow compatriot Jenny Bird is also missing, apart from the credit sequence and some old... You can see like pictures of them in the museum in Ittle Dew 2. And I highly recommend Ittle Dew 1 and 2. And 0, the prototype that is in Danielle Bunten's scrap pack. I've just gone on a loop, haven't I? What's happening here? I can't make that jump either. Yeah, so this game was made in a short time for a kind of event, so it's... Oh no, okay, so they've just reused a bit of level design. This bit's new. So this is not finished. It's... You could regard it as a demo. There's not much to it, but it's fun seeing characters from Ittle Dew reinterpreted in this 8-bit style. So that's Rotnips or Rotten Turnips down there. Before we were beating up some fish buns, which are a common mob in Ittle Dew games and Slap City. And oh yeah, Gibbon's in chat. Hello Gibbon, good to see you, buddy. What a bizarre shared universe, she says. Indeed, indeed. Wait, what? What's going on here? Is this the last screen? Yeah, this is only a demo and there's not much to it. I've got a weapon upgrade, so there's that. But there was a... there's a picture of like the final screen that I saw on the Ludosity wiki. So... I'll just check that I might have actually got to the end of the game already. So yeah, not much to it, sadly. Yeah, this is... Pick up keys. Oh, backtrack to a locked door. Okay, so I got this key and now I'll backtrack. Okay, that's cool. I wasn't sure the extent of the game exactly, but yeah, there's a bit more to it. There was that locked door back on the first screen, of course. Ah, stupid Rotnips. I haven't actually covered much of the Ittle Dew universe on stream, but we did play Rotnip Dungeon, the first-person dungeon crawler type game that was firmly set in that context. There were fish buns, there were Rotnips, there was even an ultra fish bun Jin. That's a boss. I don't even know if it was a boss, just a tough enemy. But yeah, Tiger Jenny's really cool. Oh gosh. So I've lost everything there by dying, so I'll just use my rewinds and stuff. I don't care. Because these were made to work on NES consoles, I can run them in an emulator and thus have access to emulator features, which you don't often get with indie games. So, hey. Okay, cool, a new level. New music, new backgrounds, great stuff. I didn't give this game enough credit. I thought it was quite linear. Okay. Another weapon upgrade? Oh, I think it's expanded the range of my flail there. Oops. So there's another locked door. I might actually just... yeah. Because once you're committed to a jump arc, you can't move from it. Yeah, my chain is expanded even further. So it's a bit like, you know, the original Castlevania in that way. Even holding down jump won't let you change in midair, so it's not like Rondo of Blood. Okay. So yeah, very Castlevania inspired, I would say. Getting upgrades to your main weapon is a feature in the Game Boy Castlevania games. Wonder if I can... Yep, I can walk up here again. Ah. Yeah, it's more so a feature in the first two, I think. Although Legends had it to some extent, which I did play on stream. Oh. It's tricky getting the hang of this jump. There you go. Yeah, so sadly, there was supposed to be a boss fight at the end of this, but it hadn't been implemented. It was supposed to be the Lichiest Turnip, who is also one of the bosses in the first Ittle Dew, part of that backstory. And a key figure in the Jenny Turnip War. Okay. Oh. A third level with flying turnips. Now chain is getting even longer. This is great. Oh, I'm glad there wasn't just that one level. There's more stuff to see. Ah, I've reached the maximum, I think. Okay. Just in case you're missing any upgrades, they'll throw some at you now. Or is this a trick? Nope, just a series of identical screens. Have you done any development for retro consoles, Gibbon? I know you're a game developer, but have you ever experimented with, say, NES Maker or GB Studio? Yoink. Oops. Ugh. That's a trap. Gibbon has done a little bit of that. She's played around with NES Maker and GB Studio, yeah. Cool, cool. Also had classes on Game Boy Color development in school. Nice. And have mucked about in a Virtual Boy dev kit. Oh. Okay, so here's Lichius Turnip, the final encounter of this demo, although he's not interactable. So this is the end of Tiger Jenny, the game based on Jenny Tiger's life. Yeah, that's it. This was not implemented, sadly. So yeah, cute little thing. No control of your jumps in midair is awkward, but I guess in keeping with the inspirations. Yeah, I don't have much else to say about it. So let's move on. Some of these are going to be pretty quick. Okay. Oh, I should show you some art of Jenny Tiger, actually. She's really cool. So I just went to the Ludosity wiki to confirm something about the game, and here's yeah, so you can actually find this. I saw this in the gallery for Ittle Dew, or maybe the second one. Looks like the first one. Yeah, and so they were going to include a version of this as a playable minigame when you go to like this bad guy break room, and there's a console there, and you would have been able to play it on the little TV as shown here, but they just scrapped it, and so all we have is that download from the blog post in 2014, which is not up on their website right now. You have to get to it by archive.org, but the link to that blog post is on the Ludosity wiki under the Tiger Jenny page. So here's some other art of her during the war, having slain some turnips, and here is the artwork of her that you see in Ittle Dew 2 in the museum, I believe. Yeah, I forgot about this. That's a good little reference there. Okay, cool. So next I'm going to be playing neMULEsis by John Vanderhoef. So I've played several of his games before. So it was last year when I played Wampus, and then in a follow-up stream I did Wartworm Wingding a bit, and then all of Bat Lizard Bonanza and Legite Luta Livre. All of these are on sale right now, but they're part of the Muleniverse bundle. What's this bundle? This is a different bundle. Oh no, it's the same bundle. It's just called something else because it's his birthday. Okay, so that's why. Flash birthday sale. Happy birthday, John. John very kindly, after I streamed Wampus, gifted me the following 3 games of the Muleniverse, and this morning I've just purchased neMULEsis, the latest installment. But if you can't afford it or you don't want to or whatever, there is a demo available. If you scroll down, you can get the demo. So anyway, as we played through the Muleniverse games, John had kind of expanded on the universe, on the world set up by Danielle Bunten Berry in the game Mule, the kind of economic simulator management game from the 80s, which I briefly played a little bit of the Commodore 64 version a few years ago. This is set a while after. So yeah, Legite Loot to Livre was like years and years after the previous three, where society of the planet Errata had changed. In that game, we toppled the spheroid cartel. The planet began to heal afterwards. The creatures rebuilt the world together. But space pirates have come, and to fight back against them, a secret bastion of survivors converted one of the Mule beasts of burden, artificial, things, a robot horse thing, converted it into a gun-toting commando to fight back against the pirates. So that's the premise, and let's play the game. neMULEsis is still in early access, but the single-player campaign is complete, finished, and ready to play. John still wants to squish a few bugs in there and implement a two-player mode, a co-op mode. So that's what's missing. But yeah, it's still... Oh, and boss rush has even been implemented at this point. Okay. Press select to cycle through these options, of course. Wow. It's a lot of music tracks. Apparently there's 5 levels, but a lot of 14 boss fights, I think I read. Anyway, here we go with some background. Colonialism and crime plagued Errata for generations, but after a rogue Legite toppled the spheroid cartel, the world began to heal. So this was already covered a bit in the description. Anything interesting in the post?
Work sent me a Valentine.
Okay. Don't read too much into it. Yet just as the Errata sun rose over a new day, an old terror returned from the skies. Space pirates. The parasitic pirates, always hungry for Christite, fell like a storm on the planet, darkening it with the whole of their wriggling eldritch empire. Their larval spawn infested Wampus, Flapper, and Golimer alike. Any creature that dared breathe. All were folded into the dark legion from beyond the stars. Thousands died that first day, and thousands more in the days that followed. It's a little quiet. I'm going to turn up the game volume. It's still low, but okay. Ah, here's some friends we've met before. Species, anyway. The last bastion of survivors gathered deep in the Wartworm underground. In secret, they built a final hope, a mule soldier capable of destroying the space pirates permanently. They called this fateful mission Operation neMULEsis. So this isn't a reference to Nemesis, which is part of the Gradius series, I think. Gradius. This is more of a Contra style game. A run and gun. So I've been dropped into the forest, and we can shoot. We can crouch. We can even... it said down is crouch / prone. So I guess... I don't know. Nice little spin jump there. Okay, cool. So yeah, controls are good. Oh man, there's even mules coming against me. Or was that a friendly mule dropping a power up on me? Possibly. Yeah, so what a cool thing. Ah! Lost my power up. I wonder how many continues I get. Oh, I can't reach that. Ah, oh well. Oh, it's chasing me. Interesting. You get these meteors coming down from space, letting out homing creature. It's a cool idea to make a mule playable at last, since they're such a big part of the series. We've interacted with a few of them in the previous Muleniverse games by John. But yeah, getting to play this one is fun, especially with the sort of silly buff body that he's given him in this game, as seen in that artwork I showed earlier. Oops. Bit of slowdown, but that's in keeping with, again, the inspirations. The NES can only handle so many sprites moving at once after all. Okay, game over. The space pirates infested the planet, consumed all the crystite, and spread their dread shadow across the galaxy. I will continue, which puts me back at stage 1. Okay. Well, that sucks. From now on, I'm going to be rewinding more. We've seen the game as it was intended. Now I'm going to cheat. Because that's what I can do. Ah. Those tracking bullets, they're really rough. Because my fire pattern is quite limited. Ooh, okay, cool. You know what? We don't really need to kill anything. We don't have a point total. Oh, they're not going to drop power-ups, only the flying mules will, so... I wonder what this is. Just the pit. Cool soundtrack, too. I should, tell you who that was by. Hold on a sec. Music and sound effects by Jordan Davis. Check out more of Jordan's work. Add a SoundCloud link with a lot of numbers. So yeah, Jordan Davis there. Not a name I recall. Might have done some of the other Muleniverse games, but I remember another name for the other ones I played. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, cool. Gibbon said earlier in chat, I love this little series, and yeah, I love this series. Each one is a new genre, and that's so fun, and it's just great that they're expanding on this world that was so rich in Mule. Worth pointing out that Danielle Bunten Berry is one of the early trans video game creators, which is something worth celebrating. Whoops, okay. Even when it's not trans day of visibility. What's the hitbox on this? There we go. Oh, if I crouch here, there we go, that's it. Use your mobility. Oh, what's this? Okay, cool. We've advanced. And we have a new weapon type. Ooh, it returns to me. Very nice. This really is just Contra, isn't it? Says Gibbon. Well, I'll take your word for it. I haven't played any Contra games. I think I might have tried Contra 4 at one point. When I was experiencing the Way Forward catalog. But not really my thing. I don't have a lot of experience with run and guns in general. Unless you count, like, Rockman. Oh, I can shoot up. I should have thought to check that earlier, but yeah. You can't do much, but you can shoot up. And yeah, I gather that dying in one hit is a feature of the Contra games too. Of course, Contra's a classic series. It's my own fault that I haven't looked into it much. But yeah, it's a classic. Oh, so I would have been able to hit this by looking upwards. Alright, new weapon time. This one's a double laser. It does not return to me, but I don't know, it might be more powerful, who knows. What insidious pirates? It's just enslaving and converting the native population. Well, not native. Everybody's a colonist, but after this amount of time has passed, I guess everyone's come to terms with it. I did talk about that previously while playing Muleniverse games, how the themes of colonization in the original work and stuff, and how they're kind of engaged with by these follow-up works. Whoa, boy. All right. Ta-da! Oh, more? Okay. Take out the turrets too. Whoa, okay. Got a bit too close to that turret. Given saying... Oh yeah, that's a really good point. She says, I struggle with this too, but one isn't obligated to have gotten into every long-running game series that exists. Too true. Very true. Stage 2, Infested Mines. Oh, okay, so that was stage 1 and there's separate sort of parts of it. That's why there are 5 stages but 14 bosses. Okay, that makes sense. Ooh, a dividing shot. I know this. Although I do also have... so Hardcore Gaming 101, which is a site I really enjoy. They write a lot of... Well, people write for them a lot of reviews of various games. It's a great way to learn more about the medium as a whole and just a lot of things, a lot of games that are out there. Expand your knowledge base. Anyway, they also put out books, which is a way that the site makes money. Compiling reviews, writing new ones. Oh, okay. And yeah, one of the... I got like a bundle of their books, and one of them that I've been meaning to read is a retrospective on Konami... the Contra series and... what is it? Konami beat-em-ups, maybe? Anyway, whatever. Konami. Should have known that shaft would drop something on me. This might not be the best weapon for this situation. Ooh. Gibbon says she got that one. Yeah, cool. I like, there were a lot of their books in that bundle, and I've read a lot of them, but that's one I haven't got to yet. So I read a lot of their shoot-em-up books, even though I'm not that into shoot-em-ups, but I've been trying to play more of them on stream recently, which has been fun. Not recently, but over the last year or so. The Castlevania book was the first thing I read, and that was a lot of fun. Oh boy. So we've seen that character before, or an ancestor of that character. I think I might have beaten them up in Legite Lite Louvre Lite. I don't know, it was spelled strangely. Cool. Alright, what do I have to do next? Destroy these, maybe? It's making a noise when I hit the drill, so... Yeah. By the way, you can drop through platforms. I forgot that was a feature. Okay. Whoop. And again, the crouch maneuver. There we go. Oh yeah, so Gibbon looked into the beat-em-ups book while she was getting into the Kunio series, which again, ancient series, originated the beat-em-up genre. River City Girls was the first one that she'd ever touched. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. I do have some memories of the Kunio series because when I was younger, I got from a friend, I think it might have been a floppy disk, like a small one, 3.5 inch or whatever, which contained the venerable NES emulator Nesticle, as well as a handful of ROMs, including the first Final Fantasy, some others I don't remember. There are a bunch that I sort of tried out briefly but bounced off of, because at that point I'd grown up on the Super Nintendo, the 64. Outside of the novelty of getting a bunch of free games through, you know, piracy and emulation, they just were too old for me. I have more of an appreciation of this era now, but at the time I was like, oh boy, this is rough. I still did enjoy though. I played a lot of, like, this is what I'm saying, is River City Rampage, also known as, oh, what was the European name of that game? I don't remember. They had weird names sometimes. It might have been like Street Gangs or something. But yeah, I played a fair bit of that. I never finished it, of course. It's too difficult, but yeah, and I didn't get further than the Dark Elf's castle in Final Fantasy either, but that's a decent way into the game for playing on a keyboard and not understanding how save states worked, so yeah. But yeah, River City Girls looks really cool. And of course they're now making the sequel, and they've just released the prequel, sort of. They've newly localized and spruced up a SNES installment of the Kunio-kun series where the girl characters were previously playable as part of the ensemble, and they've relabeled that as River City Girls 0, which Gibbon has just been playing, I know. How are you finding that, Gibbon? That was a SNES game, wasn't it? Got him. That's the little tentacle out of the way, and with this spread shot, I can very easily hit that boss's weak point. Great. Gibbon is about halfway through 0, and she's stuck on the rematch with Shinji. And yes, it's on the SNES. Stage 3, River Depths. Okay. So we're getting there. We're almost halfway through, I think. It's rough seeing all these creatures who might have been friendly to me attacking me because of the Space Pirates influence. We saw a Legite in the intro who looked very much like Legette, the main character of that previous Muleniverse game. So some fun nods there. And yeah, a lot of sprite, modified sprites from across the saga being used here as enemies. And of course they're all based on the playable races from the original Mule, who originally looked a lot lower res with those tiny Commodore 64 sprites. Although there was that, like, reboot of it that was released for phones, smartphones and stuff. I think it's been delisted now. Yeah, I would have talked about that during previous streams, but whoa, that's cool. What is that exactly? I'm not sure. But I know it's trying to kill me. Oops! It spawned right on top of me. Rude. This weapon's maybe not great for a boss, but... oh, yeah, it goes in a pattern, so you can predict where it's going to pop in next. Oh yeah, I should have talked about that earlier. I meant to bring that up, Gibbon. Thanks for reminding me. Gibbon has noticed that John Vanderhoef... wait, what? Gibbon is saying that Vanderhoef just put something out on itch just now. Okay. Oh yeah, that must have been the new Ore Body game. So, as Gibbon's pointing out, John Vanderhoef... after making the Muleniverse games, and this is the latest one, he's got his own homegrown setting that he's been putting out games in as well, Ore Body. So yeah, Ore Body has its own, like, I think Twitter account that I briefly checked in on before the stream. It's like a transmedia new initiative, and the games by John Vanderhoef as part of it. So he's made, well, it's kind of a spiritual successor to this game directly, in a way. It's another run and gun type thing, from what I could tell. So yeah, that's what he's doing now. So check out Ore Body. It looks really cool. I didn't look into the newest one because I didn't really have time before the stream. So can you tell me a little something, if you've got the page up, Gibbon, about what that new release is? Is that what it's supposed to look like? I guess so. But yeah, notice how we have a different arc to our jumps now that we're underwater properly. Nice eel. This is a classic kind of NES-style giant boss where they're kind of baked into the background. There's a small moving element in the eye that's a sprite, but they just have rendered it as background graphics to make it more impressive, which is nice. Mountain Peaks. All right, we're already up to stage 4. This is going well. We'll probably get through all the things I had planned today. I didn't know if we would. I was thinking maybe some of it might have to wait for a second stream, but no, it looks good. Oh, they dropped something. I don't know what. Gibbon says that the new Ore Body game looks kinda Lolo-ish. It's called Ore Body Sand Ripples, a top-down box-pushing puzzle game. Okay, that sounds pretty cool. So if you're into Sokoban type puzzles, which I am, then yeah, it could be one to check out. And if you prefer action games, well, the other Ore Body game has got jumping and shooting. So yeah, it's great. Yeah. I don't know really how to talk about this, but there's an interesting thing with fan games where, like, if you unofficially make a game that's attached to an existing property, that gets attention from people who are fans of the property, but then you don't have full control over what you've created, and it's part of somebody else's creation. So sometimes people will say like, oh, this is great, you should make your own thing, instead of tying it to something else, which can have problems, legal problems, or things like this. I think Mule's kind of a dead property, so that's not as much of an issue for John, but yeah, even like the original creator of something might come out and say, oh, this is cool, but you should do your own thing instead. But equally it can work, you know, with both at once, or in sequence. So you make the fan game, you get attention that way, and then you make your own original thing that might be inspired by it, or just using your creativity in that way. So it looks like John's kind of done that. He does have other games on his itch, apart from the Muleniverse saga, so it's not like he started out just with that. But yeah, this is kind of like that situation, segueing from the fan media into the original work. And I hope it works out for him, because I have enjoyed these Muleniverse games, and I think they show that he does have, whoa, that he has what it takes to make cool games. As far as I'm concerned, I don't, for whatever my opinion is worth. Oops. Okay, well, this isn't going well. Yeah, once that's on screen, oh, there's another one. Okay. I hoped that maybe it would stop a second one from spawning, but yeah, we can just move up. Oh. Okay, bat lizards now. fun having a more vertically oriented section. It's quite different. Okay, so I'm safe from that, and then shoot that. Oh, tight. Eyeballs. Do not like eyeballs. We have a new person in chat. Kinda working. Do I know you from somewhere? Kinda working. Oh, are you Captain? I forget. People's usernames. It gets complicated. Anyway. Kinda working. Yes, it is Captain. Hello, Captain. Thanks for showing up. This is neMULEsis, a Contra-like NES homebrew game recently released last year by John Vanderhoef. Sorry, I struggle with the Dutch pronunciations. How is that mech still shooting with no driver? Good question. We had that kind of... what's it called? You know in the PC or the DOS Mega Man game, how Dr. Wily had this like stupid looking mech? It had a name too, with a Q in it. Anyway, that's what that reminded me of. But yeah, as you point out, I did destroy the cockpit and the pilot, and yet it was still shooting at me, so I'm not sure how that works, but maybe the mech has an onboard AI that assists the pilot but can take over in an emergency. Sure, let's go with that. I don't know what this is either, but it's pretty rough. Okay, cool. Well done. Simple pattern, but devastating if you have not memorized it. Given says, I'll admit, I've been considering making some fan games of older stuff, just to see if someone will issue me with a cease and desist. And finally reveal who the current rights holders are. Yeah, interesting. It's one way to do it. But equally, maybe no one will contact you and you'll just get away with it. Oops. What were you thinking of doing that with? Blinks the Time Sweeper? I think we're still unclear on who owns that right now. It's not Microsoft. Or is it? They renewed the rights to like merchandise or something recently? I don't remember the details. There was some confusion. But of course, I wonder if, well, am I allowed to tell people about your new employer, Gibbon? On stream? Okay, so Gibbon was actually talking about Lady Sia and Scourge Hive, which are two games from... two GBA era games from sort of small indie studios that may or may not exist anymore. I don't think they do. I've played, yeah, Lady Sia on stream. Scourge Hive is really good. It's Metroid inspired but isometric. It's really cool. I would recommend that. It was also on DS. It was ported to DS at the same time, and their games are roughly identical. So just play it on the DS because it's a bit better. It has that second screen to display extra information to you and stuff. Yeah, if we blow that bomb out of the sky, it won't create the new problem for me like that guy. Okay. What's a good angle here? I could stay down here and shoot like this, and that diagonal shot gets it. Yeah, that's good. Until that happens. But I can loop around. The little homing organism, it doesn't like follow you directly. It kind of goes for a bit and then changes direction. So it's not as bad as it could have been. So did I win or what? There's a sound effect in the background that makes me think there's still something around. Maybe it despawned or something. I'm gonna rewind for a little bit. Okay, never mind. Okay, that's what it should do, is play that other jingle. Okay, stage 5, Space Pirate Nest. This is the finale. What have you got for me this time? The boomerang, that's fine. The saw blade. We have a nice organic enemy hive kind of thing, which is classic for this era. Contra definitely had the HR Giga inspired alien designs as enemies and organic organic environments near the end, which some shooters also did. Some Konami shooters, I don't remember which ones. I didn't have time for the research, people. It's been a very busy week, okay? I almost didn't do this stream, actually. I've got another one planned for this Saturday. It's my brother's birthday, and his work schedule currently does not permit weekday streams. But yeah, we wanted to do this together. So this time, this weekend, which is 3 days from now, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we will be doing a co-op stream of Jurassic War, the classic Korean-made strategy game set in dinosaur times. You know those times when there were dinosaurs and cavemen trained them to fight, and they also had magic spells? Those times, that's when it's set. So that should be fun. Oops. Yeah, that's what I figured, Captain. One of those homing things in the boss fight spawned in, went off screen, didn't come back. Well, that's okay. Probably one of those things that John's going to fix up before the game comes out of early access. And as with Contra itself, I'm sure this game would also be a bit easier in co-op, with 2 people shooting at stuff. Oh boy. But on the other hand, 2 players means twice as much opportunities to be killed by the various traps and enemies. Not traps, projectiles. Cool. But yeah, the amount of boss fights in this game is a big feature. It's very cool. A lot of unique sprites and behaviors, which is a lot of fun. Yeah. Yeah, my brother picked Jurassic War because it's one that we played as young'uns. He wanted to revisit it. Considering I usually play retro stuff on this stream. Or in this case, retro-styled stuff. I think that was actually another instance where a friend gave us a floppy disk with a game on it. Although by that time, it was a USB drive, I believe, because it was a few years later. Which is also how I got Armadillo Run, which is another one that Cameron, my brother, and I are planning to stream at some point. I prepared for it, but his schedule started getting busy, and we have thus far been unable to do it. But yes, at some point in the future, perhaps many months from now, we will definitely play Armadillo Run. It's a fun physics puzzle game. Oh, what's this? A palette swap? The same boss again? How lazy. Just kidding, it's fine. But my spread shot will probably help here, actually. So I can get a bit out of the line of fire and still hit like this. Cool. What is this? It looks like the Pokemon Delphox. Like a fox lady in a robe or dress. Whoops. Wasn't watching that bullet. Is Delphox the middle one or the final one? I forget. I think when they put that line of Pokemon into Pokken Tournament, I think they use the middle evolution, which is unusual. But sometimes it works better with the design, like Ivysaur in Smash Brothers works a lot better than putting Venusaur would be. And then in one of the Mystery Dungeon games, like, an important character is Grovyle, not Sceptile, Grovyle. And I've come to think that Grovyle is actually a much better design than Sceptile, so I do appreciate that decision. Come on. Oh, Delphox is the final one? So what's the middle one then? I think when Kathy played X, Y, she played Y. She chose that one, but I didn't play it, so I do not have that memorized. Okay, well this is a very cool boss made out of the scenery, but with a big like mouth and face. That's a cool use of just environment tiles to make a character. And of course a giant living brain in the middle. A classic. And a lot of it's destructible, that's fun. Yeah, totally. That's one of its selling points, I think, Captain. When they say this game seems to be pretty densely packed with bosses in the short levels. Yeah, definitely. Oh, this is my least favorite weapon. Oh well. The middle evolution is Braixen. I guess that's partially a pun on like Vixen, a female fox. But what's the other part? What's the bruh? Let us examine the other puns. Let me see. Delphox. So Fox and Del. I don't know. I'm clueless. Maybe it's got something to do with French. That region was set in Pokemon France, so it might be a French-inspired name. Like the water starter for that gen evolves eventually into Greninja, and the gr part is from the French word for frog, I believe. Or something. Maybe not. It's got something to do with French, I don't know. I'm really not a fan of Greninja though. Oops. Oops. Okay. To get through that tight corridor, we need to destroy all of those. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just spouting half-remembered factoids from Bulbapedia, so if you're interested, just go to Bulbapedia and like scroll down to the bottom, and there's usually a little something about where the name comes from. Sometimes it's just speculation, which can be off base, I find. But yeah, you do find some good tidbits there as well. Like, did you know that the Pokemon Coughing is based on the English word coughing? It's pretty fascinating. Joking. Ah! What the heck is this thing? I don't know what those pulsating pustules are, but I want to destroy them. Ah! Yeah. Oh boy. No. Okay. Alright. That's nonsense. Pokemon seal has nothing to do with the English word seal. Whoever told you that was lying. Ta-da! Alright, give me a battle weapon. Thank you. Oh. Is this a Stargate? Oh wow, look at that. Wow, where am I? Space. What's that in the background? Looks like a planet. This must be the mothership. We went through that Stargate to the Space Pirate's ship. And now this is the head Space Pirate. Captain Octopus for a face. Looks a bit like a mind flayer, but don't tell wizards. I wonder if these Space Pirates are based on stuff from the original Mule. Oh wait, I should be playing smarter is what I should be doing. Get more shots in if I just stand beneath and aim. There we go. Rather than those slow jump shots. Alright, that was the end. What is one small red dot amidst so much emptiness and chaos? And what happens when it ceases to be, wiped out by civilized avarice, natural calamity, or cosmic horror? To what end do we toil across the stars in search of tomorrow? The lone mule soldier destroyed the space pirate hive mind and freed Errata from the infectious threat. But in doing so, it trapped itself on the wrong side of the interdimensional gate. The mule he-hawed to oblivion, kneeled and powered down a long-deserved rest at the end of all things. The story of Errata is long. This ends but one chapter. The planet has seen greed and kindness, suffering and salvation, selfishness and sacrifice. Yet after all the strife, the creatures here have learned to look after one another. There is hope. A wampus munches on an old favourite coin. A wartworm burrows into a damp hollow of earth. A bat lizard sings to its ancestors in a cave illuminated by crystite. A legite roundhouse kicks a field pest swarm. Of course, those are the previous 4 games in the series being referenced there. Good stuff. And at the border of existence, a lone mule, now dormant, sleeps peacefully. No fields to harvest, no smith ore to mine, no wars to fight. Just a peace, albeit fleeting, that lulls the planet to sleep for another night, that whispers sweet nothings as it waits, once more, for the next adventure to begin. Wow, what a nice way to cap off that chapter of the saga there. Yeah. Askiman says, wonder what the next Errata game will be, indeed. But I think for now, John's moved on to Ore Body. Although, you know, this is still in development, as I've said. He-hawed is Captain's new favourite verb. Alright. So that was lovely. That was a really good, and I assume, like, very well-pitched, you know, homage to Contra, but also just, yeah, cool little homebrew NES game in the same style as all those other ones that John has put out so far. So let's just have a quick look at Ore Body. Ore Body Binder's Tale. A linear platform shooter. So that could describe the sort of thing I just played, or it could be something a bit more like Rockman. Haven't tried that out yet, but looks great. As an early demo as it is, it's still free. And this one that Gibbon mentioned, Ore Body Sand Ripples, where you apparently play as a cute little octopus. Lovely. And you push around boxes. That looks great. Very cool. And that is also available for free. 21 levels. Very nice. And yeah, Ore Body Universe has a Twitter feed, a transmedia storytelling company, games, comics, novels, and animation. Wow. So ambitious. We'll see what comes out of that. Concept art for an upcoming comic book story with a Kickstarter in June. So there you go. there's your plugs. Do check out the Muleniverse games on sale today only, but they will most likely be on sale again at some point, and there's some other John Vanderhoef's works. Okay, so let's move on. An hour. It's the hour mark. I think this should be fine. I think we're making good time. So the next game I'm playing is another homebrew, but not for the NES this time. We've done 2 NES games. Now we're doing a Game Boy Color game. You might have heard of Homestar Runner, Strong Bad, Trogdor. Well, Vid Electrics, who is the fake video game company within that universe, we use computers to make video games. All right, see you, Captain. Thanks for hanging out. It's fun. Do check out Telltale's Strong Bad adventure games. Yeah, you're missing Trogdor. Too bad. Trogdor was invented on a Strong Bad email video 19 years ago. Boy, that makes me feel old. And 19 years ago as of last month. In celebration, Mike and Matt Chapman, the brothers Chaps, put out this little game, and they also set up the Vid Electrics itch.io recently too. Yeah, I don't think there's anything more I need to say to introduce it, so let's load that up. Oh boy, which core am I going to use? Yeah, that one will do. Just capture that. Okay, Trog Day micro game. Trogdor Day is Trog Day, January something or other. And this is a game from 2022, of course. Don't often play games within the month that they're released, but there you go. Squish all the peasants to gain Burnination in Trog Day micro game. What's going on here? Yes. Oh, okay, wrong button. Then burninate 3 cottages to fight the Kerrick. So Trogdor is a dragon. Well, he's a man, or no, he's a dragon man, or actually, he's a dragon. But he does still have a beefy arm. Oof. Trog again. So we can jump on peasants just fine. Oh, we can hover with our little wingies. I didn't know that. Oh, I have quite a jump. The controls are very strange. This is my experience with the Vid Electrics games. They can be a little awkward to control, but they do have that signature Homestar Runner humor. There's a bunch of like faux retro games in the Strong Bad Telltale adventure game, which is just a fun little extra. But so I've played those, and I've tried Stinko Man, their Rockman parody, and it was quite awkward. I had a lot more fun reading the manual to Stinko Man than actually playing the game. So I do recommend that. There's a lot of like every little enemy has a bio and a silly name, a very silly name, a very stupid name. Okay, so we achieved Burnination, but I've just remembered that I forgot to do something. What button do I need to press? This one? Okay, that's saved my state. What I want to actually do is... what's going on? I went back too far. So I read something... I'll just reset. It's fine. I read something on the Homestar Runner wiki that I should watch out for to get a little hint. So there's these pits, you can fall in them, and that kills you. You have to trog again. But if you fall in the 3rd pit, there's a secret. So that's what I'm going to do. Once we achieve Burnination, we can use that to fight the enemies. So there's the 3rd pit. We've fallen in, and here is the Trogdor Keeper. Thou hast died, Trogdor. Dang! I can resurrect thee, but first, here are some hints to aid in your style. Carrick takes like 10 hits. Weak point is his horn. Now go forth. If you come back, can you bring some food or bev? And maybe a chamber pot? I didn't really think this whole living in a pit thing through. Okay. And thus we are resurrected. But thanks to my handy save state, we'll go back to the end of this level. Press B to thum out some fireballs. Oh, okay, it's not the end of the level. We're actually gonna go back through the same level with our Burnination power. Oh, are you kidding? We can't Burninate knights? So rude. What use are my consummate Vs now? So we have to Burninate all the thatch roof cottages, I expect. My beefy arm not doing any work. Okay, so having Burninated the thatch roof cottages, we now face the Carrick in combat. His horn is the weak point. Notice the background mountain, very nicely modelled in sprites, but it also says Trog on it. Very cool. Come on. They've also made Trogdor look very cute in this game. Oh good, we get to respawn right here. That's good. There we go. Now Carrick takes like 10 hits, so that's 2. Oh. And yeah, this is a Game Boy Color game. The colors are a little bit muted, but it's nice looking. Oops. For what it is, a retro homage. Oh, actually, there was some more fun lore on the page. Okay, there we go. Was that like 10 hits? Whatever. You smote the Carrick. I win. And that is why they call it the micro game. That was another screen. Great. Congrats, Trog. You won. Happy Tog Day. This was good ending. With good text boxes and all that. Indeed. And that is Trog Day micro game. Thank you, Vid Electrics. They sure did use those computers to make that video game. So it's Trogdor's 19th Trog Day, and he's out to smote him a Carrick. Squish all the peasants while avoiding knights to achieve Burnination, then Burninate all the cottages, face off against the Carrick himself. It will all get great when a Trogdor type game is the game that you are playing. Originally released for the Fun Machine Pantsit portable console, technically it was too big for a pocket, but could totally fit in one's pants. But it should be compatible with any Game Boy Color type deal. So there you go. Okay, cool. Yes, so let's move on then to another Game Boy game that's a homebrew. This is by a small-time developer. In fact, I'll just text her right now. So Kathy Wise is the creator of Little Snow, a Game Boy game made in 2021. It's her first game. September 28th, in fact. This is my first game. It's tiny and made in GB Studio. You can play it on a real Game Boy if you want, or so I'm told. I don't have one. It's got action, puzzles, adventure, intrigue, and a little story. There's the controls, and it's based on Snow White, but there's nuns instead of dwarves. Most of the music is based on public domain tunes, while a little is original. And of course, Kathy has been on my streams before as a co-player and co-commentator at times. I'm also married to her. She is my spouse. And so I was partially involved with this game. I play tested it a bit. I even made some sprites that are in it. I'll point those out. But yeah, this is a first time game made in GB Studio. Oh, what's going on here? Yep, that's fine. So in this emulator, I don't know how to change palettes for playing original Game Boy games on a Game Boy Color, but we'll just go with the default one, I guess. Maybe I'll check out the menus if I get bored with the color scheme. But yeah, Little Snow. Let's go. What's the buttons? This. Okay. So here I am in my house. Oh yeah, my dirty clothes. Interactables are a different color. This was an accessibility feature added after some testing. It's a wash basket. So if I'm familiar with Snow White, this is the evil stepmother here. Having a nap. Oh, what's this? The creator of the game has entered the room. Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
Not sharing the right thing.
Sorry. Gosh, I'm so bad at this.
Yay.
Thanks for telling me. Okay, let's restart. Ugh. Can't believe I did that again. Like, I have my like obs window up just to anyway. All right, let's play Little Snow. This is a cool game for Game Boy. Oh yeah, my dirty clothes. It's a wash basket. Let's talk to the queen. Zzz. Not while the queen is sleeping. Celebrity cameo. So it's a small castle, but there's a few floors to look through. It's the account book. Benjamin pie, 3 cheeses, 2 chickens. Sorry, not now, Snow. I'm busy. If you need something, go and ask Cherry. The king's a little too busy. What is a young princess to do? By the way, notice all these little sprites. Kathy had a lot of fun making these. The little utensils on the tables and such. Hey, here she is in chat as well. She is working right now, so I'm glad she came down to tell me that I hadn't captured the window properly, but now she's in chat. Hello. I like this game. It's very cute. Alright, so the king told us to talk to Cherry, and that's all we can do right now. There's only so many things to interact with. Good morning, miss. Cherry. Give me something to do. His Highness is working out the taxes, so don't bother him, dear. Is there something you need? I need to not be killed by my stepmother. Be careful, the queen is having her beauty sleep. If you want something to do, why not clean your room? Oh, when I asked for something to do, I didn't mean that. Boring chores. Okay, let's do it. Oh yeah, my dirty clothes. Okay, I'll put this in the wash basket. Boink. My room is clean. What next? Well, plot is happening. Notice how the queen sprite clipped under the magic mirror. It's too difficult to fix, apparently. Don't worry about it. Notice that I do have free range of movement, though. That's cool. We're not bound to a grid here. Alright, so now that the queen has left the room... Yeah, limitations of GB Studio, indeed, says Kathy. Queen gets the angry face. Go away, child. So mean. Daddy. Sorry, not now. Still too busy for me. Okay. So yeah, this was Kathy's first game. She's currently working on a follow-up of sorts. Inspired by the Hamtaro GBA game. One of them. There were so many. Ham Heartbreak is the one that's a successor to the GBC game, and it's going to be set in Cornwall of the distant past. It sounds fascinating. Anyway, hello Snow. So yes, keep an eye on the itch page of Sir Kathy Wise and see what she comes out with. Oh, she's correcting me. I am on a grid after all. Well, but what I mean is it's not like Pokemon where you take these large discrete steps. Maybe the next 10 years the Cornwall game will be out. Yes, well, I will wait. Yeah, I will wait. I'll wait for it. I'm on the edge of my seat until it is released. Okay, so the magic mirror, you'll all know from the film Shrek, is saying, I heard the queen tell the huntsman he needs to deal with you because you're so beautiful. This is the inciting incident, and that's dangerous. Therefore, the background music is changed to a more threatening aura. I wonder what that means. Have a nice day. Nice day. I'm going to be killed. Let's not go upstairs because we might be killed. Let's just slip out the back door. Try and make it to safety. Well, wait a minute. Is that the huntsman? So phase 2 of the game is a kind of action escape sequence. But I will like to pause just briefly here to point out, see these chickens in the yard over here? I drew those. All the other art is by Kathy, and she did an excellent job. Look at these cute sprites. I love them. Personally, I don't think my chickens fit too well with the rest of the stuff here. Because, like, you'll notice other sprites have borders. Okay, the tombstones don't. But anyway. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, that huntsman. Bad news. But we managed to give him the slip. I think I got away. So now that we've escaped our fate, we are now stuck in the forest maze. This went through a few iterations. How's that music? Let's turn that up a bit. Yeah. The music in this game was made with... I don't remember the name of the program. It was some kind of tracker thing and gave Kathy a lot of trouble. It was apparently quite difficult. So that exclamation mark indicates that Snow has just spotted the exit and we've made it. We've escaped the maze. Yeah, otherwise the game was made using GB Studio. Okay, so as it said in the description, the dwarves have been replaced with nuns in a convent. I asked Kathy, I conducted a brief developer interview with her earlier today, and I asked her where this idea came from. Maybe it was an early version of the folktale from its original German versions before the Brothers Grimm published it. And she wasn't sure and eventually decided that she'd made up the nun concept as a replacement for the dwarves to make it more realistic, as sort of if this girl was really on the run and needed a place of safety, where could she go in, you know, medieval times, and hiding out in a convent seemed a good option to her, so that became part of the story. And yeah, look at this nice little church here. Very cute pixel art, as always. So now that we're here, we have the puzzle phase of the game, where we can talk to the nuns. Hello, child. Mother Poppy says there's a secret message in this painting, but I can't find it. Can you have a look? Yes, I can. That's a bit louder. Bit of on-the-fly volume adjustment. How's that? It's just the nature of the instrumentation here, I think. But anyway, gee, I recognize this. It looks a bit like The Last Supper. And this was painstakingly recreated in pixel art by Kathy. Beautifully, I must say. Look at this. So apparently there's a secret message here. I know where it is. Viewers, can you spot the secret message? Well, let's see. All the disciples looked perfectly normal. But what's this below the table? The table legs are in a funny shape, aren't they? What's this? M-E-S-S-A-G-E? Gibbon got it. She identified the table legs as being the source of the secret. So I've pointed at the table legs with the hand, and the nun says, of course, message is written across the bottom. I don't know what it means, but we found it. Thank you. Okay. Hello, child. Do you think you could help me? I broke my cup measure. Oh, this one. I remember this puzzle. It's difficult. Okay. Yes, instructions, please. I know my pan holds 3 cups, my pot holds 8 cups, and my saucepan holds 5 cups. I need 4 cups of stock for my recipe. I started by filling my pot to the top. Can you find a way to get 4 cups with these dishes? Kathy says, I don't like writing music in trackers. Classically trained musicians. Alright, so you pour stock out and then you get different amounts. So we can say do this. So it's 8, 5, and 3. And we need to get to 4. And that's the puzzle. Oh, so now I can put that in there. Oh, whoops. Hold on. Wait, what? Okay. So then I can... Two, and then, oh boy. Oh, and now that that's 1, I can get that to 3, and now I have 4 in the saucepan. Oh gosh, bit of trial and error, but there you go. Great. Now I can finish making dinner. And now we talk to the Mother Superior for our final task. I would like a puzzle. You know, this reminds me of a puzzle. Oh no, I forgot I had to do this. I hate these. Famously, whenever I have to do a sliding tile puzzle in a game, I always get Kathy to do it. But this one is magic and much improved from the usual. So you can click on a tile to move it to the adjacent space, but you can also move directly to an open space. So once we get that one there, I can click this and it goes straight there, and then it's done. See, as she says, it's not sliding, it's swapping. So much easier. Nice work. Thanks for fixing that picture. I did it. Thanks for solving all our problems. Would you like to stay with us? I wonder what happens if I says no. If I says no, it goes to the end. What happens if I says yes? The same. It's irrelevant. Just like whenever they ask you a question in Pokemon. And that's the end. Little snow. We get a nice, lovely close-up pixel art of snow made by Sir Cathy Wise. And oh yes, I get a credit too. QA and chickens. Undeserved. My contributions were few. But Kathy did a great job with this. And I look forward to the Hamtaro inspired game coming up next. But yeah, this is great. Just a fun little Game Boy homebrew by a first-time developer. She's saying I did a lot of QA. Well, I suppose. It's really quiet. Enjoy this little tune, please. Okay. And that puts us back at the title screen. Lovely stuff. Again, this is a Game Boy game. You can play it in the browser on itch.io or by downloading the ROM and playing it in your emulator of choice. You could probably even put it on a Game Boy flash card if you wanted to. But yeah, that'll do it for Little Snow. A fun little homebrew that I have a personal connection to. So good job, Kathy. Thank you. Alright, back to... What has she got as her bio? Oh, you have to go to, like, down here to get to the page. Just some links. Alright. Okay, so, up next, I've got the Devolver Bootleg. This is a collection of games. This is, not just one game. It's sort of emulating a not emulating, but it's like pretending to be one of those bootleg multi-carts with a series of demakes based on games published by Devolver. And it's made by Doinksoft, who are the creators of Gutto Roboto a monochrome Metroid-like, which is quite good. I would recommend it. Now, this one is not actually in the form of like a ROM for an old console. It's a download that you buy on Steam, but it's definitely pretending to be NES games, and they're a lot like NES games, but they're actually in wider screen than 4:3. So this is breaking the rules of the rest of the collection here a little bit, but that's okay. I don't mind. There we go. Bootleg.exe is the name of the executable. So we're going to try some of these out now. Initializing Devolver Bootleg Launcher. Words meaningless. And it's a very basic selection menu. Devolver Digital. Ask for options. I wonder what's in options. Huh. Yeah, controls. Okay. I got an achievement for looking at the menu. Okay. Yeah, so it's a fun little way to present these kind of demakes. So if you're familiar with some of Devolver's work, Enter the Gun Dungeon is a demake of Enter the Gungeon. Hotline Milwaukee is based on Hotline Miami. Ape Out Jr. from Ape Out. Shooty Boots is a version of Downwell. Luftrausers 3 from Luftrausers, the airplane game. Absolver is based on Absolver? Wait a minute. Never mind. Cat Game, great. That's from Gato Roboto. And Pikuniku Ball Stars is from Pikuniku. So I'll just briefly launch up the two-player games, see what they look like, but I can't really try them out properly. So these are based on characters from Pikuniku, which I have played. It's a great little game. I've only played the co-op mode. You can pick little hats. Oh, it's so cute. Oh my gosh. Let's go with the fire. So how does this work? Oh, it's like physics simulation. Kind of. Yeah, so Pikuniku itself... was that displaying? Did I click the window right? Ugh. Yeah, it's fine. Oh my gosh. Sorry. I can't actually move the window, so I'm a little bit frazzled on levels and windows and things. Alright. So Pikuniku has a two-player mode, which is quite fun, based on like physics platforming and stuff. The solo mode is more like a story campaign with more role-playing elements. When my brother tried the solo campaign, he was like, it's boring. Not as fun as the co-op mode that we played together. So, you know, two different modes, whatever your speed is. But yeah, I do recommend this one. Can't really play this too well though. And what's this other one? Absolver Mini, Super Absolver Mini Turbo Fighting Championship. The original Absolver is a kind of blend of fighting game and card game, battle card game. I'm not sure how it works exactly, but oh my gosh. Oh, you're just choosing the attack. Yeah, tornado, great. Let's do it. Oh, yep, two of them. Yep. I don't know what this is. Okay. Okay, very cute, very cute. Kind of squat sprites. Got a punch and a kick. Presumably when your special bar fills up, you can do something cooler. I don't know how. But yeah, let's pack that one in. Alright. I'll do the ones that I'm not going to spend more time on and then finish with the ones that I'm going to play through completely. Okay. So let's go Luftrausers 3. Each of these has a little write-up on the... Oops. I did my screen clearing bomb. On the Steam page, I believe. Where they all have a little fun description. Okay. So this is like a free scrolling shooter with a kind of approximation of that minimalist art style that Luftrausers itself has. And Luftrausers is spelled with an A, by the way, unlike this one. I don't know how I can fly backwards, but okay. What this really reminds me of is something that I brought up a few times on my Flash game streams. A little Flash game that we used to play at school on the library computers, where you were an airplane during the Battle of Pearl Harbor, bombing battleships and stuff. It's pretty similar to this. In fact, I think Luftrausers ripped off this Flash game, whatever it was. Just kidding. What's my goal? Oh, did I die? Oh no, I went to the shop ship. And in the shop ship, I can buy... yeah, some stuff if I can afford it. I can't afford... yeah, sorry. That's right, okay. Oh, a UFO. Hello. Oops, it blew me up. But I got all the enemy planes. The only one left is this, as I can see on my radar in the bottom left. Boom. Wave one down. All right, that's all. That's cool. What else have we got here? Shooty boots. So, Downwell is a vertically oriented platformer. I think one of the best ways to play it maybe is on phone, where you can hold the screen vertically and have that space. Otherwise, it takes up a small part in the middle of your screen. But yeah, it basically works like this. You're falling down an endless shaft, and you have shooty shoes to shoot things directly below you. So it's all about, yeah, the vertical space and interacting with things directly below you. In this case, we have one giant shoe that we're inside of. Tribute to the Karibo's shoe, perhaps, of Mario 3. As Given says, wait, this is just Downwell. Yeah, some of them are quite similar in terms of bootleg stakes. Or demake stakes, I should say. I love that shadow, though. The sort of silhouette that's left behind me as I move. That's very stylish. Yeah, so you can hold down the jump button to charge a jump, and you go higher, and then press it again while in the air to shoot below you. Pretty simple. Shoot, boot. Oh, I got a better boot with a laser. Very cool. The heel. And it has, each boot has a certain amount of shots it can do in midair, which is then, yeah, that it grays out over the name of the shoe up there. Hey, how did I go?
Great. Thanks for playing my game.
You're welcome. I enjoyed it. I'd forgotten some of the things that I had to do.
You thought you had to do a block puzzle.
Yeah. Okay, so that was one run. Didn't get too far. Enter the gun dungeon. Enter the dungeon, it just says. So this happens on bootleg multicarts too. The name on the menu doesn't always match the name of the game itself. So this is a twin stick shooter mixed with a roguelike dungeon crawler thing. And yeah, it's pretty similar to this in the real game, but the graphics look a lot nicer. But I think they've done a great job here with the little sprites as well. The kind of gimmick of Enter the Gungeon is that everything is a bullet. Like your player character is a bullet. The enemies are all different kinds of bullets. You shoot bullets out of your gun, and it's all bullet themed. So it's silly, and yeah, that's that. But I don't want to play all of these in detail because I'm only interested in 2 really. And it's not this. Hotline Miami's very kind of twitchy and violent action game. Or yeah, there's puzzle kind of dynamics to it in that you choose, you know, the order in which you do things. You do your actions in the game. I don't know exactly how this is going to go, but yeah, basically there's like these phases where you get your job, and then yeah, so each house, like I say, it's kind of like a little puzzle. You figure out how you're going to deal with, oh, that door opened a different way to what I was expecting. You can open doors onto people and knock them back. I can throw my sword here. Otherwise, attack things. And yeah, your objective is to defeat all of the other characters in the space and then move on. And this is, yeah, an 8-bit version of that. Trying to replicate some of the stylishness of that game too, which is cool. And yeah, quite a bit simpler though, I think. I like that the bullets are just like these big round red balls, very in keeping with retro style. Okay. Anyway, that's that. Yeah, Ape Out Jr. Ape Out's kind of interesting. It's similar to Hotline Miami, except you're a gorilla who's escaping from some kind of facility where you've been imprisoned. But what I like about this one is that it takes that concept, but it actually changes the game design a lot more than some of these other ones, because now we're in a single screen platformer. So yeah, 8-bit NES style, and obviously taking some design cues from Donkey Kong and the like, as you could see with that font on the title screen. Given says she likes the faux Commodore boot menu, and yeah, I think some bootleg multicarts did actually look like that as well. That's the inspiration they're going for. And when I'm done with this one, I'll play... There's another kind of faux bootleg multicart that I'm going to have a go with, which takes that concept as well in a fun way. So yeah, in Ape Out, that's the mechanic, is grabbing some of your captors and then using them as human shields and throwing them. So that mechanic is here too. But like I say, they've also grafted on these like Donkey Kong inspired platformer mechanics. So I can grab this guy and then throw him at the other guy. I guess everything's just for points. Our real objective is just to get to the lift. But yeah, I think it's really cool. Some of the other ones, as Gibbon noticed, are very similar to their inspirations, but this one is a blend of its inspiration with the retro games that inspire the aesthetics of this collection. And we've even got like these combo-based mechanics here that you see in like bubble style single screen like action games like this. But yeah, like the climbing and then the transferring between the two chains, that's straight out of Donkey Kong Jr. And that's why I love this, the idea of this game. Well, that's, you know, on top of the other stuff I already mentioned anyway. Of course, I don't love getting killed in one hit, and I don't love not having a rewind function, because this is not actually running in a NES emulator. it's just evoking that style. Ah, gotta get the timing right. So yeah, I don't know. I wanted to give this one a bit more time. I'm not sure how long it is though. Oh yeah. When one of these guys like impacts with a wall, you can hear like a cymbal crash. This is part of the aesthetics of the base game as well, of the original Ape Out. There's this whole musical element where your actions feed into the soundtrack and they give this kind of jazzy feel to things where like there's these like visual effects that accompany impacts as well as the aural effects, and it all joins together and makes... Oh, okay. So if that's death, how do you get that banana? I wonder if you can collect a banana by throwing a guy into it. Let's try it. Nope, I just dropped him. Oh well. But yeah, I really like this. I think it's one of the more successful in this collection because it's also that hybrid gameplay. And not just cloning it into like low-res pixel. Not to denigrate the other games that Doinksoft put together for the collection, but this one I find pretty interesting. I think this is a mechanic too. You can get them to use their guns. I don't know. Maybe not in this version. When you've grabbed a guy. All clear. Do I get a bonus for all bananas? I do. Lovely. Yeah, this is really neat, says Gibbon. Yeah, I thought you might like it, considering it's basically a riff on Donkey Kong Jr., which I know we both love. What is the secret to getting these? I got an achievement for closing the menu. I want to experiment a bit here, but I'd rather just get through the level. Oh yeah, that's right. These are all things I remember from watching a trailer for Ape Out, the original game. Like grabbing doors, using them as a shield. Then you can throw them. And this style where everybody is kind of faceless and kind of solid color outlines, that's also part of the original aesthetic. But yeah, it's also a really good single screen action game here. I thought I had more time, but when it stops, it kind of blows up soon after. Yeah. Yeah, so you can get the Devolver Bootleg on Steam for a few dollars. I forget how much I paid for it. But I should look up the store page anyway, just to read those descriptions. I'm just going to take a little bit of a breather here and do that in the background. So I'm on the store page now. It's already in my library, but it's available for $7.50 Australian. So here's some of the descriptions. Enter the gun dungeon. Imagine a dungeon crawler, but instead of swords, it's guns. But also everything is made out of guns and bullets and stuff. Like everything. Ape Out Jr. Escape out of Ape Prison in this classic arcade-style platformer where you play as an orange gorilla who will kill everyone so he can to see his dad again. Grab unsuspecting guards to use as weapons and shields in this completely original idea set to an interpretive chiptune jazz drummer soundtrack. Please, Ape Out was my father's name. I think that kind of typo was intentional to give it the bootleg feel, but it's also full of little jokes as well. Um, yeah, this is a good one. So, Luft trousers. The description on the store page says, "Hello, I am Rami Ismail, one half of Dutch independent game development studio Vlambeer. We made a version of Luft trousers that had a typo, and JW left the thumb drive containing the source at a coffee shop somewhere while I was doing a talk in Berlin, then Nairobi, then in Los Angeles the following day. If you find the thumb drive, can you please return it, and please do not share the contents with anyone or add it to a compilation of pirated under-the-table rip-offs of games that Devolver has published." Whereas the rest of them are pretty straightforward descriptions of the gameplay. Well, sort of. For example, the cat game. It's a cat inside of a suit of armor. It's a cat in full plate armor. What else do you want? Indeed, and we'll get to that one next after this. But first, we need this gorilla to see his dad again. Wait, how do we get in? Oh, back here, of course. I'll wait till they're... Whoop! Of course they can see me through the glass. It's glass. I should have known. And I wonder how many levels this has. Let's get to 10 and then see how we're going. Whoops. Okay. So... Oh, you're kidding. It clipped my sprite. Oh, when Gibbon said the faux Commodore boot menu, she was probably actually talking about that very first thing you see when you start the game. It says working okay and stuff. Whereas when I responded, I was talking about the game selection screen. So yes, both are cool. Yeah, I also like this game because it follows up on my long-term playing of unofficial Donkey Kong games. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That's a lot of dynamites. Okay. No more dynamites. Oh, I should not have come here. I forgot which way I needed to go. Okay. Wait till they're facing that way and then... Ah! No! Nice. Close one. Yeah, the dynamites do a lot of bouncing. It's dangerous. Okay. Oh! What? Oh man, they blow up? Did not grok that. Get rid of it. Yeah. Huh? There's some mechanic I'm missing here, surely. I can't climb up that chain because it doesn't go up to the top of this girder. I'm experimenting with the B button to see if it's also run, but no. What? It's not like No. We don't have a scrolling screen or a screen clip or whatever. I'm not even sure how to get through to that guy. Because he shot at me before, but... There we go. But that doesn't help, does it? Oh! I see. Okay. You can get a double jump by bouncing off a guy in midair. Oh, not quite. There was a momentum issue there. Oops! Okay. Now I get it. Yep. Oh! Whoop. Yep. Yep. I'm glad there's no fall damage though. That's a boon. Yeah. I know the mechanics now. Right. Oh no. So you need to get him to break the glass first and then use him to jump over the gap. Like that. Perfect. Maybe they should have had that tutorial before it was right at the end of that previous level. Oh well. Ah. So this is a bit more puzzly. There's a sequence to do things here. Grab this guy to get over here. And then grab this. He shoots the glass. I use the door to jump off to get over here. Oops. I thought I was... Yeah, my sprite was too big there. I'm glad that did not kill me. Yeah. Just slipped in. That feels good. There's a bit of jump inertia here too, where if you jump straight up, you can't then move in midair. Okay, so I can either go... Oh, but if you fall down from above, you might not have enough momentum. Oh, whoa, okay. Oh! Again, just a brief little... like a small difference in my height there. What's the problem? Yeah. Okay, I know what to do there. This. Grab, jump up here. And when he's fired 3 shots, you're gonna break the glass. And I throw this guy, but then he fires more shots. Because the shots will stop my guy. Guess I can grab the other one and throw him through the closer wall. Do you go through the wall like this? No. Okay. I know. I'll go here. Nope. The guy was sticking through the wall, and I wanted the bullet to break the wall and then throw the guy, and that'll give me a bit of time. So I'll stand like here. 1, 2, throw. Yeah, that's not enough time. Tricky. Okay, well I have an alternate plan. Ah! I probably could have made it if I just gone down the chain. Yeah, we'll try that. So of course there'd be alternate strategies for if you were going for 100% of bananas and men. Huh? Wait. What's this now? Does it only open after you've defeated a certain number of men? I can't go back down, you know. Okay. Maybe if there's one too close? I don't know. That's poorly explained. Oh well. What am I doing? Yeah, that's it. Uh-oh. It's a race! Oh! Exciting. Probably could have thrown the door to the left and then just grabbed the guy on the right. Yeah. This is fun. Trying to work out what to do. Just like Hotline Miami, like I said, it's a puzzle. Oops. Silly. Oh. So your jumps are so floaty. It's tricky to time against the baddies. And that guy, I have to wait till he's looking the other way. Or just time it, I guess. Oh, didn't grab the thing. I'm gonna just like check how many levels this has. Okay, a full playthrough takes 27 minutes. Really? But I'm actually fairly close to the end. What's the time? Oh. Alright, I'm gonna call that one now. No, what the heck. I've been doing long streams recently. Let's do another long one. Hope you don't mind. I'm gonna keep playing this. And then some other stuff too. Yes. Who knows what the door logic is? Grab. See, some levels are real quick and easy. Okay. Hey. Oops. See, this is good. It's a good mix of action and puzzle. It's cool. So he can then shoot that guy. And then I'll just slip in. Oh, wait. I don't want to slip in. I want to keep climbing. That's only for if you want to get 100%. You can just skip past all that. Like I said, totally different strategies depending on your goal. Go away. Thank you. Okay. Not much of a challenge, but okay. I feel like some of these should be rearranged to introduce you to concepts. Like, that should be before you've interacted with any doors to teach you that you can throw a door. It's just a little odd. Oops, that's weird. Ooh! Okay. I passed by the dynamite and then it blew up. Okay. Whoa, that was close. Oh! I broke it instead of throwing it. Still, I know what to do. Maybe it broke because it just reached the edge of the floor space. That's probably it. See, some levels are just really easy. I don't know, this game has a weird difficulty curve and pacing, but that's alright. I think it's still a really cool experiment kind of thing. Okay. Oh! He threw that dynamite just before I grabbed him and then it just immediately blew up on me. It's a bit rude. Ah! I gotta throw him earlier. Those poor guys stuck in those glass cages. What are they doing? Like, this is their job. No! No! Ah! Alright, let's take it a little bit slower. Whoops! Never mind! Because I can do this. Oop. Ah! What? Dynamite from above. It's all these interactions you gotta keep track of. It's tricky. Ah, no. That was close. Okay, I like that. That's kind of what I was trying to do the whole time. Finally pulled it off. Right. I haven't really said much in a while. Gibbon, what's going on with you? What games have you been playing lately? In my last stream, I think I alluded to Lord of the Rings games. I'm playing the Hobbit licensed game, and it's not great, but it will lead on to better things because I'm going to be playing more Lord of the Rings games. And that will bleed into the stream eventually. Got some things lined up for that. Some mobile phone games in the Lord of the Rings series. Should be pretty interesting. If I'd lured that guy over and got him to shoot the glass, I could have used that as a springboard to jump higher, but I decided just to redo it instead. Nuts. But I'm also just playing another Eden, Lots, that mobile RPG that's like a successor to Chrono Trigger that I've talked about on previous streams. Is really good. Ugh! Just working my way through side quests, and there's a lot of them, especially after I dropped the game for like a year and a bit. They just do a lot of updates in the meantime, and then there's a ton of stuff to play through. But I've got like a level 70 team now, and I'm taking on the high level, like optional encounters and stuff. It's pretty cool. Oh, that was the last level. Okay, great. So we're reunited with Papa, and there's the end. Let's bring to a close that Donkey Kong Jr.-esque saga of Ape Out. And, well, that's the other cool thing about this. It's, you know, you play as the father in the original Ape Out, and then in this one, there's the new character, the Junior, and, yeah, like it adds to that universe a little bit. I think this is a really cool, maybe the highlight of the package. But we've got one more left to try out, and it's the one I was originally looking most forward to. Yeah, I'll cover what Gibbon's saying there in a bit, but I'll just introduce first Castlevania. This is the demake version of Gato Roboto, but this time it's Castlevania inspired instead of Metroid. And so let's go. Sir Gareth. Kiki, I'm trapped beneath the rickshaw. Thou shalt haveth to complete the crusade in my honor. Don thy suit of armor, and I shalt commune with thou via the word of God, channeled within thy holy collar. By the haste of God. Meoweth, ye fine feline. So this is all parody version of what happens in Gato Roboto, where that guy is like the commander of a spaceship and it crashes, and the cat has to find some power armor and little bit of a flashing lights warning there. And yeah, the cat has to explore the derelict space station or like planetary base, get power-ups and stuff. This one is more calling back to the very earliest Castlevania game or two, before they started experimenting with more non-linear stuff. We're here just in a side-scrolling action game, but we still have the mechanic of the power suit being broken. Well, in this case, it breaks and comes off partially, which is more of a ghouls and ghosts thing. But you could leave the suit in Gato Roboto to explore, but it just sunk in that when you lose the suit, you're actually just like, you've got a muscular human body underneath for some reason. It's very silly. But yeah, this is really cute. It's a little bit, you know, I would say again, homaging the original games. Like, it's a little bit clumsy to play, but it's partially intentional, especially in this case, where it is homaging those things. Where you know, you can't move once you've jumped, and there's a long wind up or cool down on your attack, so it feels a little bit sluggish, but that's just how the Belmonts are. So, you know, it's authentic. An interesting thing about this game is that, so I said that before, that Gato Roboto is completely monochrome. It's black and white only, or you can find other palettes, but it's still only 2 colors. This one has more of a full palette imitating the NES, and it looks gorgeous. I don't think that the only 2 colors look of the original game is necessary, and when I saw this, that the same developer made kind of a riff on it, but with more colors, I was like, they could have just done that for Gato Roboto as well. I think that would have been fine. I would have liked that better, actually. But that's just me. That's the style they were going for. It's certainly a very striking look and attention grabbing. And it's a bit, you know, it's interesting how they've made a place that's so detailed only by using 2 colors and variances and sprites and stuff in pixel art. It's an interesting pixel art like challenge. Okay, so those ones over there are high enough up that I can just avoid them. 2 hits, okay. Yeah, I'll just bypass that one. Frogs and clouds. I think in Gato Roboto they were like drones, not clouds, but it's similar concepts. Oh, I should have probably hit those candlesticks. Maybe something would have fallen out. Anyway. Oh, really? What happens? Oh god, really? Okay. Well, this doesn't take long to finish if you do it right, so I'm gonna try again. And again, I'm really missing my save states right now. So yeah, let's see what Gibbon said in chat earlier. So Gibbon's been playing, oh, you know, Star Ocean, Pokemon Legends, River City Girl Zero, and trying to wrap at least some of those up before the next Voice of Cards comes out this week. So Voice of Cards Isle Dragon Roars was a card RPG released last year by the who was involved? Key people who were involved in the Nier series, which Gibbon's a big fan of, and I enjoy after playing Reincarnation as well. I don't play card RPGs though, it's not my thing. But yeah, that's cool. It's unbelievable that they made that game and they made a follow-up and released it mere months later. I don't remember the name of the next Voice of Cards game. Ow! My poor kitty body. But haha. Now that we actually experiment with some of these tombstones, you can get the armor back. That's good. And of course, mobile titles. Gibbon says she's really dropped the ball on Hogwarts Mystery lately. Just been doing side tasks every day. Yeah, that's okay. She's been documenting all that in a huge Twitter thread, by the way, since not many people really talked about Hogwarts Mystery after the first week, where a bunch of people tried it and then they ran out of energy during the first, like, challenge and dropped it immediately and sort of never went back. But there's a huge 7-year story in that game. Oh, that was so close. It's like a big story game in the Harry Potter world without the involvement of J.K. Rowling, which is a good thing at this point. For a number of reasons. Not least of which she's an awful bigot, but you know. Yeah, like reading through Gibbon's Twitter thread has been very interesting. Just because of that, the fact that, yeah, the story and how involved it is. I've actually got a backup armor now. That's great. I really should have been attacking more things, eh? Yoko Taro, yes, that's the name. Yoko Taro's team made Voice of Cards. That's what I was reaching for. And it's not really a card RPG. Cards are the presentation, but it doesn't have card game mechanics. Oh, that's weird. I always figured with games like that, like, having it be card-based is a way to have control over the mechanics. So if it's not mechanical, then why is it there? That's odd. Okay. But she says there's a demo you can try for Voice of Cards to get a feel for it. And yeah, Hogwarts Mystery is gigantic. And just like the books, each year's story is longer than the last. Wow. Come on. There we go. No! I was planning to jump over it, but I didn't time it right. Ah! And the cooldown on the attack. Oh, it's so clumsy. This doesn't feel great. I don't know. Okay. I do like that. Well, you see how the chains, the diagonal sprites have black squares behind them? You'd sometimes see that as like a sprite color limitation thing, but I think they've done that intentionally on one and not the other to make it feel more like a bootleg. But I will say, come on guys, it didn't have to have the difficulty of a bootleg. And just limited lives just is really annoying. It's... Ah! Arrgh. Gibbon says, the presentation of Voice of Cards is what allows them a lot of freedom to put out more entries faster and just do these small focused stories. You don't have to animate character models, only the one voice actor, just need new art and script. So yeah, I guess in that sense it's a trade-off because, yeah, well, for obvious reasons. Oh boy, I don't know if I can do this. I'm not having as much fun with this as I was with Ape Out Jr. But Kiki's really cute, so that helps. No! I was gonna get a backup armor, now I have to get a replenishment of armor. You do actually move faster without it though. Kiki's cute, but I don't know if it makes up for how slow and clumsy she is. Would those ranged stars have helped against those bugs? Maybe. The range on them is not great though. See, they just go like that. They're like the Castlevania axe, but weaker. Oh wow, that's big. Gibbon's looking at some news. Getsu Fumadan Undying Moon has come in second place on the Japanese E-charts behind Arceus in Japan this week. That's really cool. I'm happy for you as a Getsu Fumadan booster. Everybody check out Undying Moon. Now available somewhere. I think it just was released on Switch. That was in the Direct. Before that it was early access on PC. So is it also... Yeah, it's on other consoles, I'm pretty sure. And PC, probably. How would you describe it? Is it a roguelite, I think? Based on classic Konami franchise Getsu Fumadan, but new and fancy, and the style is really nice. It's got that classical Japanese artwork style. Okay, not other consoles yet, just Switch and PC. And PC is out of early access now. Okay. Oh. I like that there's some sound effects in this game that sound like they're like lo-fi digitized noises, which you would get sometimes on the NES as opposed to those sort of chippy sounds. And like the footstep sound, it sounds straight out of Donkey Kong Arcade. That's cute. And that little jingle. Oh my gosh, you stupid freaking bee. No! So my weapon like bounced off. I'm gonna see this continue through and then I'm packing this in. This is just... Yeah. I wish I had my rewinds right now. Okay. Let's go. Yeah, side-scrolling roguelite. It's Given says she's heard it compared to Dead Cells, which I'm not familiar with, but I think people like it, so that's good. No! Okay. Yes. How much more could there be? Frog. Scary frog. No! At least the sword has a long reach. Oh no! Oh great. It certainly feels very Castlevania-esque. No! Well, you can see the health bar of the boss up the top right. The boss is a rat, which is, again, much like the original game. Oh no. Where like a mad scientist brain swapped himself with a rat and stuff. Oh no, that's a spoiler. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. Anyway, whatever. My defenses have dropped from the onslaught of this game. At least I can move a bit more swiftly without that bulky armor. No! Ugh! Oh my gosh. Yes. I'm not gonna bother killing those, just move past them. No! It happened again. Okay, we're done. This is annoying. But I just thought it was interesting as well that the first game we played here was Tiger Jenny, and this similarly is evoking Castlevania 1 stuff. All right, let's move on. Get me out of here. Okay. Thank you, Steam. All right, I've got one more thing to show today, and I don't know how long I'll spend on it. Just to see what Given's saying here. Gets Fumidan. We'll be getting more content updates moving forward, so it'll be fun to see those. Yeah, Castlevania Grimoire of Souls has actually gotten a few updates since I stopped playing it. Given has data mined gets a Fumidan Undying Mood for high quality images to put on the wiki and has seen placeholders for a lot of upcoming stuff. Nice, nice. Okay, so the last time I'm playing today, it's another kind of thing that's evoking bootleg NES cartridges. It's called Mojon Twins Gran Sabiduria 31 in 1 real game. Even that name is yeah, homaging like bad translated stuff. So yeah, the Mojon Twins are a collective of Spain-based game developers. They're not twins, they're not brothers, but they are Spanish. You can see like a list of people involved in various places. I think I've got their real names in like the manual or something, and they don't all have the same names. But anyway, they've got a lot of homebrew NES games out there in different compilations and stuff, as well as other platforms. Like some of the games in this compilation were originally ZX Spectrum homebrews, but have been turned into NES homebrews for this. So it's like, yeah, so there's like a Spanish version and an English version on the website. Think back to the 90s. Your mother's going to buy you a Christmas present. She goes to a bazaar, and there's a lot of different games, but she can't decide what to get. Well, the store worker replies, for $5 extra, I have something very special. And that's how on Christmas Day, you unwrap a game. What is it? Is it Kirby, Batman, Castlevania? No, my friend. It is a magnificent Chinese 9,999 won multi-cart. Your mother displays a huge smile. I think you won't have time to play them all. And this is a tribute to our loving mothers. And we want to share with you our own multi-cart. 31 real games, lots of laughs, face palms, controls flying across the room, mysterious secrets, fake names, repeated games with different sprites, everything in 3 megabits full of love and kisses. And included with this, there's a PDF that you can download, which has a lot of funny descriptions of the games that often don't have anything to do with what you actually do in it. A lot of them have references to, what was it? I don't know. There's running jokes in here. It's funny just to read through it, but it might not tell you much about the game except maybe controls. But having said that, let's fire it up. Now, I must give a disclaimer because... Sorry, I've got a few in this folder here by the Mojon Twins. Mahonian Tales is another cart full of demo releases that they put out separately at an earlier time. This is a 2016 release, by the way. And yeah, it's just funny how it's mimicking Asian multi-cart bootlegs, as they say, as they put it. Oh, you know what? If enough time passes, I'm sure Fuma will get into Grimoire of Souls. They could just swap that model over, right? Anyway. The game names here don't always correspond to what what the game actually is. A lot more so in this case than it was in the Devolver Bootleg. So The Legend of Zelda 3, it's got nothing to do with Zelda. It's just one of their other homebrews. Now, I just have to be a little careful with this because the Mojon Twins group, like, they're great, and the games they make are kind of very interesting and experimental sometimes, but they sure do love nudity, so there's a lot of sprites of naked women in these games, and I don't want to show that because I try to keep these streams family friendly. So I've written down a few ones that I've sort of pre-screened. For example, this one just has a very basic military theme, but as you scroll through the games on the list and load up the different ones, you'll notice that, as they say, there are fake names, there are games that are just sprite swaps. So you'll find this exact game with the same level layout, but just with a different main character, several times in the list. So it's not 31 distinct games. And some of the variations are just a different level. So it's just another game like this, but a different level layout is listed as a separate game in that list. It plays well though. I think this feels good so far. But anyway, obviously this is like riffing on Commando, which I think was a Capcom arcade game. But yeah, I like how fast the main protagonist is. That's a lot of fun. But I've got other ones to play as well. So let me see. Whoops. What have I done there? Why did Steam launch itself again? Go away. Sonic the Hedgehog. This is good. This is one that they've released a couple of times in various formats, different levels that they've made and put out at various times. So you can find versions of this. Sonic Mal, or Bad Sonic. This is one of the signatures of the Mojon Twins. The first zone is Benny Hill Zone. And yeah, it's an 8-bit Sonic-like. you know, much like the Master System or Game Gear Sonics in a way. Although the level design here is a bit more, as you can see, it's flip screen structure. And so a bit of a maze in there and stuff. But they have a nice 8-bit version of Green Hill Zone track, which is always lovely. Yeah, Benny Hill Zone. That's what it is, instead of Green Hill Zone. Okay, I should be able to make that jump from here. Yep. So I have 5 lives and I have 4 Ringos. I'm not sure if that's from the Spanish for ring or if it's just Ringo because of the Beatles. I don't know. Oops. But you will find some untranslated Spanish at times in these games, I think. Ah. Whoops. But yeah, and I also... oh, it seems that you didn't bother to collect the emeralds, so you were getting the infamous bad ending screen. Don't expect anything flashier than this. So nice try, but no banana, my dear friend. The manual talks a lot about bananas and monkeys and stuff that I don't think is relevant to the game itself. Most of it. But yeah, I just think this is a really funny, like, their version of Sonic that is just a bit off. It's very funny. Oh, great. Okay, I know what's happening. When I press the button to open the emulator menu, Steam takes that input and says, "Oh, you wanted to see me, sir?" And I say, "No, I did not." So let me see if I can navigate these to find the variation. Is it Sonic 2? Yeah, that's the same Sonic Mall. So that'll just be another level. Oh, let's see what it's called. Fridge Zone. So there's ice physics in that one, not great. Espinette, that's one. This is a variant of the Sonic Mall, where it's a pink hedgehog instead, but they have different abilities. There's a standalone release that I found from their website, also called Espinette, which reveals in its intro that inside of this hedgehog is actually a costume that's being worn by one of their other characters, Cheryl. Okay, so this is the same level, but with a different character, and we have different abilities as Espinette. We can shoot spikes from our back, and we're also a bit slower. Sorry, I'm gonna go a different way this time, through the Benny Hill Zone. Oh, okay. Maybe I can even find the emerald this time. What's this music track? Also, there's no rings, I notice. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Oops, that takes a life immediately, but you keep going. Yeah, some of the games on this multi-cart are like that, aren't they? I have noticed that mechanic a few times. Yeah, where do I know this from? It's like from a children's TV show or something. Oh man, I know it somewhere. So the emerald's probably in here. Oh, it's Sesame Street. Yeah, it's Sesame Street. Oh, that's it. Yeah. Okay, got the emeralds. That means we'll get the good ending, I expect. Sorry to play the same level again, but I thought... I don't know what I thought. Go to Sesame Street. Yeah, am I right? Am I wrong? Yeah. Can you tell me how to... Yeah. Gosh, it's been a while. We did get Sesame Street in this country, but they didn't air it at the best time for kids. We more often watched like Play School and homegrown programs like that. But I do know it. I know of it. Anyway. All right, what does that get us? Oops, what happened? Espinet y Ana es mayor que Enrique y Ana. I don't know what that means, but we met another character. Okay, well, that's that. Wow. So, yeah, that's just the kind of silly stuff you'll find in here. Somari Katamari, I think, is another variation of that. It's just so many of these have naked women in them. I'm just going to skip over most of them. Sorry. There's another couple, though, that I noted that I do want to try. It's just that now the names are throwing me off. An Incredible Customizer actually launches a different game with you can like affect the ROM the memory values or whatever, and like so if I do that, it'll launch one of the games at random with modifiers that might break it, and I think I've just broken it. So great example. Okay, the Rendezvous, that was one of them. This is definitely one I want to try. So Shinshin is like the fictional Chinese company that Mojon Twins partnered with for this bootleg cartridge. Can't Stand Being Alone, Rendezvous. Press start. Oh, okay, yeah. So this is this one. I remember this now. So I have 0 lives. Please come. I miss you. Wait, what? Hang on a sec. I got a life from that apple, but then I died. So, oh no. Don't leave me alone. Okay, I think I get how this works. We're playing as 2 different characters alternating, trying to get through the same level to reach each other. And where you last left one of them, they'll still be there when you get there. Oh my gosh. What? And so we've reunited. Okay, cool. Great. That's the Rendezvous, and they're happy to be back together. Can you hear my call? The manual. Oh no, I didn't know this would happen. Oh, okay. Like when I playtested, I just did the first level, and nope, there's naked women all over this one too, I guess. Okay, so yeah, interesting game design idea there. Alternating as the characters and then trying to get them to reach each other. That's just fascinating, I think. But I have to stop there. Sorry, I do come off as a prude sometimes, but I think it's a little exploitative. As well as not being family friendly or safe for work. Okay, is this the one? Yeah, this is the one I wanted. Okay, cool. Zombie Calavera Prologue. That might imply that this is a demo that they were working on. But yeah, the zombie game is what I chose for the... I guess, yeah, this will be the final game of the stream. Let's see what it's like. So the aesthetics of this make me feel like this was originally a Spectrum game, but I'm not sure. Some of them, like I said, were originally Spectrum homebrews, whereas some are new projects, some had been put out on the for NES before. But this is a NES cartridge. I don't know if I established that as well as I could have, but this is distributed as a .NES file playable on emulators. Now, how do I progress here? There's a way to get out of this screen, but I don't remember it. There's a bunch of spikes here, but there's a... Is that how you do it? Just by exploiting your invincibility? Okay, well, I don't know. Yeah, the way this is structured, like you can go a number of different ways and explore. That also feels a bit Spectrum-y from, you know, things like Jet Set Willy and all that kind of gubbins. Very popular genre. It's this kind of exploration platformer. But that's not to say there are other NES games don't do that too. There's ones I've tried on this compilation and others from the Mojon Twins that are fully open exploration kind of things. And of course, you know, the nest wasn't a stranger to that kind of thing, especially later on. Space Hunter, which I played relatively recently, was quite like that. So I don't really know, like, the objective, but I do know you just want to explore and find stuff, so that's enough for me for now. And I just think I really like the style of this particular game. The graphic, the style of the sprites, I think is very cool. The proportions of the character here and the kind of creepy creatures, creepy crawlies that you run into. I think it's all very cool. Whereas a lot of their other games have that kind of signature chibi NES style to them, which is good too. We saw that a bit with the Commando game, but a lot of the platformers like that too. Oh, I ran out of lives finally. I was beginning to think I just had infinite, but yeah, I think those skulls is the total number of lives, which starts quite high. So if I die there, respawn and get invincibility to get through, I guess that's how you do it. Oh, and each life takes up 5 of your potions / skulls. Okay then. Well, that's one way to do it. And I guess you have to find all the crosses. That might be the objective. Oh, it counts down. Okay, so there's 18 to find. And once you get them all, I expect you win. That's cool. Now that I know that, and I've done a loop. Oh, okay, so death takes away 5, an instant death takes away 5 potions, but see, each time I impact with these guys, it's taking away another 1. So it's not like you respawn or anything, but it's kind of a health bar, I guess, more than a life counter. Okay. Yeah, so the whole silhouette style I think is also very striking here. How most of the scenery is just black, silhouetted by the blue background. Makes it feel like it's that dark, stormy night. Very good for atmosphere. So yeah, I really like this one. Oop. Go back up and grab that potion. Thank you for the lives. Wait, what's that? Huh. I was pressing down to try and pass through the platform, which you can't do. That's not a mechanic. But if you hold down while in midair, you actually fall slower. It's got like a toadstool in Mario USA, or I can't remember who had that ability in the original game. Was it Mama? Or Lena? Anyway, the kind of floating mechanic to your jumps. It's a little bit different. It's more like a gradually dropping thing rather than a hover in midair. But yeah, that actually helps a lot. That's probably how you get over the spike pit at the start instead of tanking through it with invincibility. And you can do it multiple times during a jump. That's great. I love that mechanic. I wonder what the other character does compared to Maria. Okay. Whoops. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, you can just instantly use up all your lives. Sure. Get stuck there. Alright, I'll take that hit. Oh, there's one. Oh, that's passage. Okay. No. Slip through. Ah. Okay. Oh, I better go up there while I'm here, or I'll forget about it. Although I can't pass this, but I can like bop on this guy at the cost of some health to get over it. And I can do so again Yeah, there's a way to get a higher jump. I think if you're hovering when you bop an enemy, you'll actually go a lot higher. So that's cool. There's mechanics. There's tons of mechanics here. This is great. Oops. Burp, burp. Okay. Whoa, there's a lot of screen transitions there. Let me see. Just scout this out a little bit. Oh, okay. I'm gonna try that. Sacrifice a bit of health to just do a little swing up here. I wish I had an attack, you know. 7 left. 7 crosses. Oh boy. What? Secret screen? Or did I get stuck? I'm stuck in the scenery because I bopped off that bat badly. I bopped off a bat badly. Okay. That's what I wanted to do. Is get over here. Nope. Oh. You can actually also use the jump button as you're hopping on something to get a higher jump out of it. So there's 2 ways to activate that super jump. No, actually I will go up here. Because I missed some stuff further up in this world. Oh no. Oh! Yes. Ah! Do you mind, bats? Terribly. Thank you. Now, I've been... Oh, I haven't been here. Oh my gosh. My mental map is not working great right now. Okay, so I've definitely been here. So what I want to do is go back up and right now. We're getting close. Only a few more crosses. Whoop. Ow. No. Ah. That works. Ah! Wait. I have cleared that out. Where do I need to go next? Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh no. There's one. Maybe I can go down from here too. No! Mental. And I do not know enough Spanish to tell you what that means. So down from here, I guess. Whoa! I found a secret QR code. Okay, hold on a second. I'll pull my camera out. This reminds me of when me and my brother played Slap City and we checked out the QR codes, which, by the way, I did not completely identify on the stream where the QR codes that Business Casual Man sends you. But if you unlock his character gallery in Slap City, you can view all of the variations that he puts up. And they all go to like funny joke pages that are on remar.se. So I thought they just went to like the remar.se landing page, but they each have a bunch of jokes on them. All right, so that's sending me to mojontwins.com/glick. Is that right? Yeah, glick, G-L-I-C, which has some random pictures on it. A Nirvana album cover, a Nightmare Before Christmas themed image, a Doom imp, and Beavis and Butthead. Okay. Just some random pictures, I guess. Yeah, okay. Should I show you? It's not that interesting. Okay, I can leave this screen. Oop. Okay. So, what about over here? Huh. Oh, this is how you're supposed to get to this screen. Oh, actually, I need to kind of rest my hands a bit. I will go to that website and just show you what it looks like. Oops, I've got that wrong. I fumbled it. The title of the tab is Never Came This Far Just to Show Off. And you've got that, you got that, you've got that, you've got this, and you've got this, and that's it. That's what that QR code takes you to. Cool. Found an Easter egg, I guess. There's more. Okay. I can't make that jump. How rude. I gotta go all the way back. Guess I'll rewind. It's a bit faster. But I actually paused here, so that'll be a while. I hope I can escape. By the way, I like this sassy hands on hips pose. Very nice. For the character sprite there. Okay. So 3 more crosses. We can do it. And then we'll be done for today. But where are they? I guess we'll just have to be methodical now. We've seen the bottom of the map. We've seen the lowest level. So all I need to do is head like across, back and forth while ascending. If possible. Oh, okay. Yeah, the signs. I followed the signs, but... Oh. Another secret, perhaps? It gave me extra lives. Okay, cool. This is great. I'm having a lot of fun here. Despite the lack of music. Hope that lightning's not too loud. Oh, and that falls down there. Okay, so that's how you're supposed to get through that bit. I entered it the wrong way twice. Through 2 separate wrong ways. Oop. Oop. Okay, sorry about that. Okay. Zombies. Aha. Another wing of the map, I see. And appropriately, death comes to me on flapping wings. Oh, a little witch. I think that's a cameo from one of their other games, perhaps. Oh, that's the end of this path. No crosses yet. Guess this was a big secret. They're not going to put real progression in the secret zones. No, wait. Don't follow the sign. I was going anti-sign. Ah. Okay. Well, I can't just go grid-wise on this because of the way it's structured. But I can just backtrack, try and get further up. Because there's a few I got on my first run that I'm pretty sure I haven't got yet on this run. And they were near the top of the map. Because I fell down a fair way. Whoop! Cool. I love that hover. It's really useful. I should map it to a different button, but... Oh. Huh. I guess I'm boned. I'll have to find another way back up. Oh. Gibbon says that this is her favorite of the collection so far. It's really neat. Yeah, I agree. It's really cool. Like, it's got style, it's got good gameplay. The Sonic one is good as a joke. Like, this is Sonic but bad. But this is genuinely cool. I've played some of their other games too, while picking out the ones that I would be featuring today. And a lot of them have sometimes awkward mechanics and stuff. Like, just stuff that needs ironing out, but a lot of them are sort of presented as demos and prototypes anyway. So it's not a big deal, really. Oh, come on. Ah, no. That's exactly what I wanted to avoid. That'll do, I guess. Okay, so from here I should be able to jump, like, up and then maybe find my way around. So I guess now my plan is to go as high up as I can and then traverse from there. So yeah, what I was saying was I think I've played more games of theirs than I've showed today, and I think this is the best of the ones I've played, including ones I haven't shown, so yeah. Okay, so I think that leads to the drop-off. I guess I'll just check. Just check. Just get over here and check if I could please. Oh, I actually got a double jump from that. Weird. Yeah, that's that place that I couldn't get to. I couldn't pass back through here. Yeah, okay, so I'm getting an idea of the map now. So, whoa. And that warped me back. So I found like a Super Mario Land 2 secret glitch zone here. And all paths just lead out. I wonder how intentional this is. Pretty interesting stuff. Is this a bootleg game or a creepypasta? Okay. Okay, so that's glitch zone 2. You just can't go up there. Okay. Now we're back near spawn. And here's those crosses I was missing. So that's great. That's exactly what I was coming for. And that's the last 2. Oh my gosh, we're going to complete the game. I'm so glad I don't have to give up. Okay. Being a bit reckless with my lives because we're so close to the end. I wonder if I'll just finish or if I have to get somewhere as well. Sorry, creepy skeleton. I need to get through. You too, spider. Oh no, Menso. Okay, loco. Okay, that's the end, I guess. I'll just try out what Santos plays like. Oh, I start in a different place. I have a gun. This is very different. I don't have the hover, so platforming is going to be a lot more difficult, but at least I can actually deal with enemies. Like so. Oh, more than one shot? Okay, like 4 shots to kill them. I think I prefer Maria, though. Her sprite looks cooler. And the hover is much better for platforming. Yeah. And then the super bounce mechanic. I wonder if this guy can super bounce. Yeah, he can. He can also get stuck. Instant menso. Very cool, very cool. All right. So this is how you're supposed to do this? Yeah. In fact, it's supposed to teach you that, but I guess it doesn't tell you. It just lets you figure it out. What a cool game. Oh, I'm glad I got through that. Yeah. So if you are interested, there is a lot of Mojon Twins homebrew kind of stuff like this to discover. And if you're not concerned with the nudity, then go ahead. There's some interesting stuff that they've put out. Yeah, But let's see. What else can I say? Yeah, I've sort of said that, like, this was free. One of their other multi-game cartridges, they sold a physical version of, and that would also come with a digital version, but there was a demo of that. So you can play like the demo of the Mojon Twins one. But yeah, there's also a lot of individual releases that are just available for free, as well as other stuff they've got for sale. So yeah, check them out. As for the other stuff I played today, Devolver Bootleg is for sale on Steam. Little Snow was free. Trug Day Microgame was free. neMULEsis is paid, but with a free demo. And Tiger Jenny is free, but it's, of course, very limited and small. Wow. I'm spent. This was a good stream. I had a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed watching it too. Yeah, I've been thinking about this one for a while. Sort of collecting a little set of these homebrew type 8-bit games that I thought were interesting in various ways. People are doing cool stuff out there thanks to programs like NESmaker or GB Studio. So check it out. Yeah, of course, I'll have links to all the games I played today in the YouTube description. And yeah, like I said before, if you want, you can check out my upcoming one-off stream this weekend, 3 days from now, where my brother will be joining me to play Jurassic War, the classic Warcraft clone out of Korea, with dinosaurs. And otherwise, I don't know what I'm going to do next week. I'll figure it out sometime between now and then. So I hope you have a good week or days, blah, 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 blah. Enjoy yourself. Stay safe and farewell. Thank you for watching.